Today on the channel, I got a couple of Jive Soul Bros from Heels and Faces Series 3. We got Jack Tunney, and we got Slick.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Heels and Faces unboxing and review. And today, from Series 3, we got Slick, we got Jack Tunney. But for all your Heels and Faces needs, head to heelsandfaces.com. But for all your other wrestling figure needs, hit up Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%. And of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. We got two guys in suits, the most exciting thing for any kid's collection. However, take that step back. When I was a kid, I enjoyed my LJN Slick figure, and I would have killed, yes, I would have killed Six Toes down the street. I would have killed him to get a Jack Tunney figure back in the day. I absolutely love Jack Tunney. I mean, I wasn't a huge Jack Tunney fan that I'm going to wear a shirt or something like that. But I always knew when Jack Tunney was on screen, business was picking up, something was going to happen. He was truly my president when I was a little kid, like a lot of people as well. So very fun to get him in this toy line. Would love to see him in a Mattel line one of these days. Just a very cool one. A perfect Build-A-Figure if there ever was one. And I guess we'll start with Jack Tunney since we're talking about him now. Ages 18 and up. Mark Summers, you hear that over on the couch. 18 and up on Jack Tunney there. Of course, part of the famous Tunney family that got to hang on after Vince kind of bought the territory out a little bit. But Jack Tunney, always full of style and class. Both of them, of course, as we know. Got him down here in the bubble in a suit, Hasbro style, of course. Ron Rudat, of course, in Series 3, making the artwork and all that fun stuff like he has been for the Heels and Faces line, of course. Blue carding on this one. Nice blue carding. Got a glamour shot of Jack Tunney. Looks like he's an old mobster or something. In some ways, kind of is. Kind of is in some ways. Got the big cross cell on the back here. Got a little file card action. Got a zombie sailor point down there as well. Got the Ron Rudat artwork going on here as well as that. So a lot going on the back of the package. Very busy on the back of the package, I will say. Nick Gage, Bruiser Brody, Raven, 2 Andre the Giants, Kevin Sullivan, King Kong Bundy, Slick, Paul Roma, Hercules, One Man Gang, Jack Tunney, Mike Booger Shaw, and Cardona Gage 2-packs. So we got the cross-sell back there, showing the wares, promoting the wares. Of course, we know how that goes. Jack Tunney down here at the bottom. Height 6'2" on Jack Tunney, 240 pounds, from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Absolutely beautiful this time of year. Always a professional and always presidential. The Honorable Jack Tunney enforces the rules and regulations wherever he holds authority. Mr. Tunney's Toronto offices are constantly bombarded by phone calls, telegrams, and faxes, just constantly. Superstars sending those faxes at him, trying to get better paydays, trying to get matches. Wild times in the Tunney office, I'm sure. And then it says, Jack Tunney arranged some of the biggest bouts in wrestling history. And no doubt about it, no doubt about that at all. But we're going to get old Jack Tunney off the card. I wish it came off a little bit cleaner. A little tough. It's stuck on there pretty good, which you got to commend. You got to commend. Nobody wants it falling off the card. We know how that goes. Yeah, it's the best I could do. See you later. Goodbye. And we're going to the old see you later. Goodbye. Let's get down to Jack Tunney business, down to presidential business here. Right off the bat, we got an old man head. We got that gray hair. Looking a little bit like a young Andy Griffith is what he looks like to me. It's Matlock himself. It's Andy from Mayberry. Very interesting. Got that old man, long, wavy hair going on there. And he's got 2 caterpillars that are gray as well for eyebrows. A little bit of grayness in the mouth, which is a little bit strange, I will say. It looks like he's been chewing on some of that black bubblegum Pee Wee Herman used to deal out back in the day is what it looks like there. Nice skin tone color on him, though, but looks a little strange in the mouth, I do say. And then, like I said, as well, he does look like Matlock himself. Love the pocket square tie combo. Very fashion forward for the 80s. Slick gray suit, all kinds of buttons, man. Call them little Jack Tunney buttons is what he's got going on here. Of course, you got buttons on the arms as well. Got a little bit of that undershirt poking through there, looking good. Black shoes, almost said boots, but shoes down here. Gray pants to match the jacket, of course. He's very presidential looking right here. But a good-looking Jack Tunney. You're not expecting ring gear. You're not expecting a lot of different stuff. A microphone would have been nice for a guy like Jack Tunney. He was usually talking to somebody on the microphone, of course. We do get a quasi-gripping hand over here and kind of a shake-your-hand hand over here. It does got a little ring on his hand as well. You do get articulation on the hands, back and forth, side to side. Head, back and forth, side to side. Waist articulation. And that's all she wrote for old Jack Tunney. That's all the articulation you really need. I think that's all the articulation Jack Tunney ever had, if I'm not mistaken on that. But he does fit on a Mattel ringside collectible stand. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. Jack Tunney's ready to go. He's ready to put the arms up. He's ready to tell everybody how it's going to be. He's going to reinstate the Macho Man Randy Savage to take on Jake Roberts. He's going to make some big matches. He's going to do all those Jack Tunney things as he has done over the years. But now we turn our attention to the Doctor of Style, a Jive Soul Bro. We're turning our attention over to Slick. And just like Jack Tunney, criminal, we don't have a Mattel Elite of Slick in this day and age. But we'll have to do with a Zombie Sailor. Second time around the sun for Slick on this one. Same figure, different paint color on here. This is the one that's going to go with the Power and Glory. We'll unbox those on the channel. Stay tuned to that. The prior version kind of goes with the one-man gang. So you put your Slick with his different comrades, I guess is what you end up doing there. Heels and faces, of course. Same packaging design. Beautiful picture of Slick over there. Looking good. Looking only like a Slick could look, of course. Got his autograph as well. Looking nice there. On the back, the exact same cross-sell as Jack Tunney, so we don't need to go over that again. You do get the point, you do get the UPC, you do get the artwork. We do get a little file card. Let's see what it says about our old friend Slick. Slick, height 6'4", a big dude, of course. Small, though, in the weight department, 198 pounds. From Fort Worth, Texas. Oh, get me down to those stockyards. Cool, clever, and as sneaky as they come, the Slickster aims to fatten his pockets by guiding his clientele of ruthless wrestlers to the top. The self-proclaimed Doctor of Style sports the most flashy custom-made suits that money can buy. Fun fact, Slick is a great singer, and I believe he honed that craft in the churches of his childhood, I believe I heard once upon a time. But we're going to get Slick out of the package. Slick coming off clean. Coming off clean. See you later. See you later. Good for Slick right there. We're getting down to business here. Slick business. Quite the bright blue suit and shoes. I'm here for it, though. I like a bright suit. I'm here for this. This looks really, really nice. Once again, a very fashion-forward tie and pocket square on here. Same, I believe, same exact jacket as Jack Tunney. Same body as Jack Tunney. Just painted, of course, black skin tone on this one here. Different head, of course. Different shoes, it looks to be, I believe. But everything else is the same. Got to get the most out of your molds. We know how you do it. But if I'm Zombie Sailor, get the most out of your molds in different sets. Put Slick in one, put Jack Tunney in another. That way it doesn't immediately draw your eye. This is the same figure with a different head and different skin tone and different paint. But it is what it is. Two guys we needed, so I'm not too mad about it, but it's very glaring when you have them right here next to each other. Wait a minute, it's the same thing. And you're probably not going to have 10 different suit molds, let's be honest, of course. But Slick looking happy, looking just happy to be here. Got a nice smile on his face, got the goatee, got the long hair. Of course, the hat is removable, which is very interesting. It looks a little crazy without it, but it is removable if you need it to be for whatever reason. Articulation going to be identical to Jack Tunney. We don't need to walk through that again. But blue suit, nice bright blue suit. Feels like we've been here before because we have, as I did say. And he should fit on a Mattel ringside collectible stand once again. And he does. But I do got the Doctor of Style Part 1. I got the first version of Slick over here. Same head, same everything, of course. You could, I guess, switch their hats around. That could make it a little bit different if you wanted to. I don't know if it really needs to be done, but it could be done. It could be done. It looks okay. I've seen worse things. I'm not the best at matching, but you could mix them up if you really wanted to. Make the Doctor of Style even more stylish. Whatever it does take at the end of the day. But it is good. I'm glad to have Slick. And like I said earlier, you got one for the one-man gang on your shelf. You got one for Power and Glory. That works out pretty good. You're going to get the most out of your molds. And a guy like Slick, we need more figures of. We haven't had anything. So two at the same time, roughly. Same year, we'll call it. Not a bad deal if you ask me. And Jack Tunney, a stalwart of 80s WWF TV. We need more Jack Tunney figures as well. So feel like we're just cutting the surface with these two. Hopefully more in the future. Definitely more from Zombie Sailor in the future. Stay tuned for more unboxings. A lot of Zombie Sailor stuff hitting right now in the Heels and Faces line. We'll have more unboxings on the channel, so make sure you do subscribe. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe to my other YouTube channel. Make sure you check out the Patreon for early access to all the videos here on the channel. And make sure in the comments you put your thoughts on Slick and Jack Tunney. Don't forget ProWrestlingTees.com, search Kyle Peterson. And don't forget social media, SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, and on Instagram. So for the Doctor of Style and the President, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.